Hey, hope you're having an awesome day. I am super excited to talk to you about snacks today. I have been getting loads of questions about snacks from people in this group, my clients, friends, family. Everyone wants to know about snacks. There is always a craze about this, so I decided to do a training, my Good, the Bad, and the Truth series. So today we're discussing the good, the bad, and the truth about snacks, okay? Now I want to be really clear about how this training is going to go. I am not going to give you a list of all of my favorite snacks. I mean, I have tons of them. I've also done another separate training on that topic. So if you go below here in the group, you'll see that I did a video back in April, and I'm wearing a bathing suit in it actually, and I talk about all my favorite snacks. So if you want to save some time and you want to just hear all my favorite snacks, simple, you can go to that video. But this training here is going to be super helpful for you guys because typically it's not a matter of like what snacks I should be eating. I think people know that like goldfish are not the best snacks, or Cheez-Its, or like, I don't know, chocolate chip cookies. We know kind of like what not to eat, but it's more about like, why am I not doing what I should be doing, right? And guys, just to be clear, I will mention a couple of snacks here. Don't get me wrong there, but I do want to really get to the root of the question that a lot of people are having in terms of like what snacks are good for me at certain times. When should I be eating snacks? Why should I snack? And I will say, like, half the people I work with are snackers, and then half the people I work with or come to me, they are not snackers at all. Right? So you don't have to be a snacker. If you're watching this video and you're like, well, I'm not a snacker, that's totally fine. And if you're watching this training and you're like, I am such a big snacker, well, I'm going to help you out right now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go to the good, the bad, and the truth about snacking. So the good aspects of snacking, okay, is that it does, when we do snack, it does prevent us from overeating at meals, all right? So for example, let's say you have lunch at noon, right? And then you don't have dinner until 6 p.m., right? Or 7 for some people, whatever, or 5. That's a long period of time between meals. So a snack would be great around 3 or 4 o'clock. For example, like when I worked in school, right? When the bell rang at 3:15, I would always be super excited for my snack. No matter what it would be, I varied between snacks there because I was hungry. I've been working for a few hours, and I made sure I drank my water, and then I was like, okay, like what snack am I going to do? So that is definitely one of the benefits of having a snack. Also, too, like if like you're someone that's going to go for a workout after work, and you haven't eaten in a few hours, and you need some energy before you exercise, you can do a pre-workout snack, right? This way you're not like famished when you get to dinner and you overeat, right? So that's one of the benefits of having a snack, is to prevent you from overeating. Or let's say you have breakfast really early and then you have lunch, let's say you have breakfast at 6 and lunch at noon, a snack might be appropriate around like 9 or 10 a.m., right? This way you're not overeating at lunch. Okay, great opportunity for a snack there. Another purpose of having a snack is for energy, right? So if you are tired, that mid-afternoon slump, like you're tired, you haven't eaten in several hours, you feel your stomach is growling, your head's starting to hurt, whatever, I would of course drink water first. I always say that, but then I would say, okay, like, if I need energy, I'm gonna have a snack to get me through the rest of my afternoon, or that morning snack to get me through the rest of my morning, whatever, okay? So it does help with energy. Snacks can also provide nutrients, and I underlined here protein and fiber, and actually, Kaz, I want to compliment you here, because you were asking me about protein and fiber-rich snacks, and there's tons of those. I actually talked about those in my other video. But yeah, snacks are a great way to get in extra nutrients, right? So if you go to fruit, for example, as a snack, fruits can be full of fiber, antioxidants. I love Brazil nuts for vitamin B. So, there are lots of ways to get nutrients through snacks. So snacks can be good. They can also be convenient too, so instead of like preparing a meal, or like some people do like 5 or 6 small meals a day, whereas a snack can be a little bit more convenient. So you grab like a protein bar, or make yourself a quick smoothie, or you just grab a piece of fruit or some celery and hummus, like whatever. Protein balls, Jen says yes. Oh my gosh, so protein balls are my absolute favorite. Jen, I'm so glad you're joining. Comment here in the chat if you're joining me live. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. I want to make sure you guys are getting a lot of value from this. I hope it helps you with your snack attacks. Okay. Also, guys, snacks are great, and Jen, you'll like this because you are the hostess with the mostest, I always say. Snacks are good for social events, right? So if you're having an event, instead of like having meals and worrying about like making everyone happy, just put out some snacks, right? And this way people can just pick, and oftentimes it's just less cumbersome than offering full meals, right? If you're hosting a social event. And snacks are really good just for socializing in general, right? Like it's easy just to have a bite here instead of chomping on a whole meal. All right, so that's the benefits of snacks. Let's go to where snacks can get problematic. And those of you who are in my program, I often say that snacks are a slippery slope, okay? So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that right now. So for example, we can totally overeat snacks. Comment here in the chat or put a hands up here in the chat right now if you are someone that overdoes it on snacks. My hand would totally be up. Those of you who've heard me speak before, you know that I used to hound down Monster Trail Mix from Target. Oh my God, gummy bears was a snack for me, always eating gummy bears. I love nuts. Any kind of nut, I will eat it. It doesn't really matter. I'm lucky I have no nut allergies. If I did, I don't know what I'd do with myself. But nuts were something that I really struggled with controlling. Same with the trail mix. Trail mix in general was just a big thing for me. So snacks are very easy to overeat, especially snacks that are not nutrient dense. So snacks that don't have a lot of protein and fiber in them. And do nuts have protein in them? Yes, there is some protein in nuts, but nuts are way higher in fat, and they're not super high in fiber. So that's why sometimes you feel like you have to eat a lot of them to feel full. And then what happens when you do eat a lot of nuts, you're like, oh crap, my stomach hurts. And that's because nuts are very tough on the digestive system. So I don't recommend, relying on nuts as a snack you eat all day, right? You want to kind of watch your portions with nuts, especially if you have any kind of gut health issues. That's something we'll be really mindful of. Okay, so my CMW clients, you know how big I am on this. So lots of snacks on the market. Guys, I have never, 2020, the last couple of years, there are more snacks on the market now than ever, okay? If you belong to Thrive Market, if you belong to any of these subscription sites, or you go into Whole Foods or any grocery store, Trader Joe's, there are just snacks everywhere. I feel like there are more snacks than food aisles these days. It's crazy. The snack aisle is bigger than the produce aisle, right? There's multiple snack aisles. And it's because our society has become so obsessed with snacks. And so the food industry knows this, you guys. And so what they're doing now, they're knowing that people are obsessed with snacks and that people are also very more health conscious now. People are paying attention to labels. They're looking for certain things like non-GMO, organic, low sugar, no sugar, fat-free, low carb, keto, paleo, Whole30, whatever. They know people are cognizant of those labels. And so the food industry is getting really, really creative in how they label their products and how they manufacture their products. So oftentimes you will look at, hey Erica, oftentimes you will look at a label and it'll say keto friendly or Whole30 approved, and we assume that it's healthy, okay? Or it's non-GMO, organic gummy bears, for example. We assume those organic gummy bears are better than the regular Haribo, right? Not true at all. And also, just because a snack might be healthier doesn't mean that it's weight loss friendly. Okay, because a lot of healthy foods are still very calorically dense, right? And so we still have to be mindful of our portions and how much we're consuming and also why we're consuming, which I'll get to that in a moment. So we have to be really careful. Actually, right now in Create My Weight, we have a Halloween challenge going on, and every day there's a trick or treat question. So is this food a trick or is it a treat? Something we can enjoy. So we've been talking all about this because reading labels these days is super, super tricky. So this is the problem. A lot of snacks on the market, guys, are meant to trick you. Those snap peas, I think it's I forget the brand, Harvest something, and it looks like a garden or a farm, and there's snap peas, and they look healthy. Look at the label, guys. They're full of oil and sodium, and they're way higher in carbs and fat than actual, fiber, right? And so the problem is a lot of snacks lack protein and they lack fiber. And even a lot of the protein bars on the market, my CMW clients, I'm very picky about protein bars. I only approve a few of them. and I'm always looking for new ones. But a lot of the protein bars are full of sugar, or a bar is labeled as protein and there's like very little protein. There's actually more sugar in the protein bar than protein. That's a big no-no. So you have to look at labels, you guys. If you learned anything from this training today, read labels. And if you don't know what you're looking for, reach out to me and I'll help you, okay? Promote mindless eating. Okay, so again, snacks are everywhere. They're at the gas station, they're at the airport, they're on the street. They're just all over the place. They're omniscient, right? Or so the problem, it's not the word I meant, but you know what I mean. So the problem is oftentimes it's like, oh, like it's time for a snack. Like, oh, it's 2 o'clock, I should probably have a snack. Or, oh, I'm at the airport, I need a snack. It's like, do I really need a snack? How hungry am I? Right? Like I just ate like an hour ago. I really need another snack. Right? So oftentimes you're just eating because it's around. Or if you were like me, you were a teacher in school, there's always snacks in the faculty room. Or maybe at work, there's always food in the workroom, right? And you're like, ooh, I should probably have a snack right now. Or I work from home. Now I work from home. Comment in the chat if you work from home and you're like, ooh, it's like 2 o'clock. I really need to get off my desk and like go have a snack. Well, what's in my pantry? You know, so snacks oftentimes, and the idea of snacks, promote mindless eating. And that's a problem. It leads to weight gain. We no longer understand what real hunger feels like because we're just always eating, right? That's a problem. That's actually one of the benefits of intermittent fasting because you actually learn what it means to be hungry again. And guys, I did a whole training on intermittent fasting. You can literally search in the group for intermittent fasting and I'll tell you everything I think about intermittent fasting. Do I intermittent fast? Not necessarily, but watch the training and you'll know why. Okay, so go ahead and watch that. After this, don't leave. This is a good training. Stay here. All right, snacks are too convenient. That's a problem, right? And I say this a lot on the weight loss journey. Sometimes everyone wants convenience, right? And I'm about convenience too, guys. Do not get me wrong. Convenience is awesome, but there's also commitment. That's the most important C, is commitment. So are we going to choose convenience over commitment? Sometimes you might, but if you're doing convenience all the time, that's the problem, okay? Because a lot of the snacks on the market, like I said, although they're convenient, they're not healthy for you. They're doing your body a disservice. They're not going to fill you up, and they're not going to help you reach your goals. So that way, you know, we're not committed to your goals, right? So just think about that. Convenience over commitment. What are you choosing most of the time? All right? I choose convenience sometimes, don't get me wrong. All right? I'm not perfect. All right? Food freedom is about not being perfect. It's about living your life, right? So that's the problem with snacks, so they're too convenient. And usually the most convenient snacks are not the good ones. Let's just be clear about that. And then lastly, my question here, purposeful. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Again, are we eating a snack for a purpose? At 3 o'clock, am I actually hungry, or am I eating just because it's time? Am I eating according to a clock, or am I eating because my body tells me I need food? That's where you have to pay attention, you guys. Okay, so Kaz, I saw you had a question about, you know, what do I eat when I just feel like eating? Well, my question to you would be, well, why do you feel like eating? Is it because you're hungry? Do you need energy? Do you have a headache? Like, that's an opportunity to eat. Like, absolutely. If your body is telling you you need food, eat, please. I never want anyone to be hungry. That is not what this journey is about. Weight loss doesn't mean you have to be hungry all the time. And if it is, if you're hungry all the time, you're on the wrong diet. Let me tell you right now, okay? Because that's not the way to live. That's not sustainable for you. So we do eat with purpose, though. We don't just eat because I tell you to. I always tell people, eat when you're hungry. Please. So make sure you're snacking with purpose. Okay, you guys, last but not least, we're getting to the truth. So the truth, I'll just stay over here. The truth, I always share this as the last part of my training because I want you guys to take the information that I've given you, the good aspects of snacks and the quote-unquote bad aspects of snacks, and I want you to create your own truth. I want you to do what's best for you. And I want you to put all the pieces together, okay? So, the truth about snacks is that they should never, ever replace meals, okay? Jen, I'm going to use you as an example. I love you dearly. You're amazing. So Jen makes these amazing platters, okay? She is just this amazing chef, and her husband as well. They're just like a dynamic duo. And she makes these beautiful platters. However, if I were to go to Jen's house, I would not go starving. I'm not gonna skip lunch to go to a dinner party at Jen's house, and I'm not just gonna like eat all of her crudite platter. Did I say it right, Jen? I know you speak French, I do not. Did I say that right? Because if I go there starving, I'm gonna just go to town on her crudite platter. I'm totally debauching that, whatever. I'm gonna consume like thousands of calories. I don't count calories, guys, but like I'm gonna eat way too much of this platter. We don't want to make snacks as meals. So for example, you're going to a winery. I love wine, FYI. But like, I don't want to just snack on cheese and crackers and salami. Well, I don't eat salami anyway. But like, I don't want to snack on that. I want to have like real food too. So maybe I'll have like a few cheese and crackers, yes, but I'm gonna go for the meal. Snacks should never replace meals. When they do, that is dangerous because snacks are not low in calories. Just because they're tiny doesn't mean that they're tiny calories. Remember that. Same thing, like I hate those like 100 calorie packs or snack packs or whatever. I can eat 4 of those if I'm super hungry, right? So if I'm really hungry, if I'm in tune with my hunger, I'm gonna go for a meal, not for a snack. Also guys, must have a purpose. I said this before, we snack because we're hungry. We need food. Our body is telling you, your stomach is growling, you have this like low pain in the bottom of your gut that's like feed me, feed me. That's when we have a snack. Not just because it's sitting in your pantry or your kid wants a snack and you have one too. No, or you're on a road trip in a car and you know everyone's eating around you, or like, oh, I'm on a road trip, let me just eat snacks for 4 hours. No, that's a mindset thing as well, right? So snacks have a purpose. Yeah, if you're driving 10 hours and you need energy, eat. Holy cow, please. I did. I drove to Colorado twice this summer, you guys. I've done the road trips. I know. I was in North Carolina 2 weeks ago. It's 11 hours in the car. Of course I eat, but it has to have a purpose. Okay. And then lastly, guys, obviously I teach nutrition. I have to tell you guys this in integrity, that your snacks should, most of the time, be nutritious. Does that mean that you can't ever have Cheez-Its or Goldfish, or I love Simple Mills crackers, for example, or chocolate? Oh my God, I eat chocolate every freaking day, you guys. So, you know, can you not have those things? No, I'm not saying that. Most of the time, though, your snacks should be nutritious. They should have some health benefits. So, for example, jicama. Jicama sticks are one of my favorite snacks. It's a vegetable snack, and jicama is actually a Mexican root vegetable. Very popular in Mexican culture. You might have seen like the jicama taco shells, for example. Jicama is full of prebiotic fiber, so it's super good for gut health, and it's gonna fill you up. And you can dip it in like anything, like guacamole, salsa, ranch dressing. Someone mentioned like ranch dressing here in the group. I said salsa, right? I love salsa. I dip it in peanut butter sometimes. You guys, if I could put peanut butter on everything, I would. Okay, like some people have hot sauce or ketchup, peanut butter for this girl. Right? Or almond butter, cashew butter, I don't care. I'm like a nutaholic. No, I'm nuts for nuts. In a totally non-sexual way, right? So your snacks should be nutritious most of the time, okay? And remember, that's where we have to choose commitment over convenience, right? You can buy jicama sticks already cut up at the grocery store, not super expensive, right? And we just have to eat them quickly because they do spoil quickly because it's a vegetable, right? So yeah, at this point, what I want to do, guys, I want to take some questions that you have for snacks, and I'll answer them. But in the meantime, you know, I want to invite you guys, if you are really struggling, you know, not just with snacks, but with food in general, you're not sure like what to eat, when to eat, how to have a balanced diet, how to enjoy your cake, how to have chips and salsa, how to have nachos once in a while, how to like live your life and lose weight or get lean, get strong and healthy, and reach your fitness goals too, you know, or how to tune into your hunger, how to like fight through cravings, how to not feel deprived, you know, all of these things that make the weight loss journey so hard, right? Because there are so many factors in this journey. It's not just about, you know, what to eat, when to eat, but even when you know those things, actually doing it. And actually staying the course, because there are so many things in life that show up, that happen, that make being consistent hard. Comment below if you struggle with consistency, right? And it's so much easier for you to have a snack than to make a meal. Or comment below, you know, hashtag that's me. Write that if you are someone that doesn't like cooking or you don't feel like cooking after work, right? And you just eat snacks. You're dependent on snacks. That used to be me. I literally, my sister's in this group, she could attest to this. I would literally eat trail mix for dinner sometimes, right? So I hated cooking. I still don't like cooking. My CMW clients know that. That's why I have the quick 3 recipes. 3 ingredients, 3 to 5 ingredients, 15 minutes or less, in and out the door, super quick and easy. That prevents us from snacking as much, right? Because I used to live on snacks, and I had a sugar problem, right? So if you're struggling, do not be afraid to reach out for help. It is okay, all right? You deserve so much more than to struggle, right? I know some people in this group have been struggling for years and years. They think they know all the right snacks. They know the right foods to eat. They're working out, they're walking, they're like doing all these things, and something's still not working for them, right? Or they're not doing anything because they don't know where the heck to start. There's so much to think about, and they're like, I don't even know what to do, right? Or you're seeing some results, you're doing some things right, but you're not where you want to be yet, and it's taking you way too long, and you're just like, okay, what do I need to do to really get some change here? Because I'm trying, and I'm just not where I want to be right now. And that's okay, okay? Where you are right now is perfect, but where you want to be can happen with clarity and commitment. Because you know, if you're always picking convenience over commitment, it's going to take you a lot harder or a lot longer to get to where you want to be. And I will help you get to where you want to be without starving yourself, without cutting out Cheez-Its and Goldfish and chips and guac. I promise. All right? My clients, we eat that kind of stuff. We do. But we know how to get to our goal by eating those foods. And if you want to be there too, book a free call with me. CreateMyWeight.com/apply. All right? And what we'll do is we'll get really clear on what it is you're doing, where you're struggling, and what you need help with. And if I think I can help you, I'll tell you. And if I'm not the right person to help you, if I can't help you, I'll be totally honest. I'll point you in a better direction. But all I want to do is see if I can help, right? And so all you have to do, like I said, CreateMyWeight.com/apply and book that free call with me, all right? Let me see if there's any questions. Oh, here they are. Oh yeah, Melissa, we just talked about this on Tuesday. We sure did, love. Cheese platter, Jen, yes. Oh my God, I love cheese. Let me see. What happens if you don't snack at all? Erica asks. Is that bad? No, not at all. Like I said, I have people I work with. Heather's in a group here. She's down, Heather, what, 11 pounds in 5 weeks, girl? Oh my gosh. No, 6 weeks. I forget. Something like that. She's super happy. And she's not a snacker. You do not have to be a snacker. No, not at all. And even people that do snack, it's possible to lose weight by eating snacks. It's not bad if you don't snack, not at all. Can you please send me a list of healthy snacks? Oh my gosh, Erica, I have so many healthy snacks, it's insane. Here's the problem with that though. I can definitely give people healthy snacks, but where I want to serve you is that you actually like them. So even with my clients I work with, I can give a ton of healthy snacks, but that doesn't mean they're gonna always like what I suggest. So something that I do in my program is I help people find snacks they enjoy, right? Because what I like or what I recommend, you might not like, right? Melissa, we talked about that the other day. So it's really important to know what you like and how to eat that in a way that will serve your goals. Does that make sense? That's why meal plans don't work most of the time, right? And these healthy food lists. It's like, okay, well, like, what can I actually enjoy? Or if you have food allergies, I never give out nutrition information unless I know people's health history and their food allergies. Super, super important to me, right? So that's kind of why, like, I need to know more about you, Erica. So I encourage you to book a call with me. We could talk about that, okay? Jen, can you replace snack with an afternoon coffee? Heck yeah, because think about it, like if you're craving energy in the afternoon, right? I do a coffee sometimes at 3 o'clock, or I'll do green tea. Or I love iced green tea with hibiscus. tea. I kind of do a cold brew of both. And then I do some stevia in there because I love everything sweet. I have like the biggest sweet tooth ever. So I'll do that, and that's a little energy boost. I love kombucha in the afternoon because kombucha has black tea in it, green tea in it, so it's a little energy pick-me-up. Brazil nuts are great because they have vitamin B. Vitamin B is super important, guys, for gut health and for giving you energy. It's a win-win. Vitamin B is a game changer, especially if you're plant-based. You got to get your vitamin B in, right? Super, super important. All right, are those all of the questions? Okay, awesome. Erica, I hope I answered your question. Like I said, I'm not trying to dodge it. There's just so many, and I don't know what you like. I want to know what you like, girl. I don't want to tell you, eat this and eat this. You're like, ooh, I'm allergic to nuts. Ooh, I don't like salty things. I need sweet. Like, everyone I work with is so different. This is what Create My Weight is all about. We create a way of eating that we enjoy and that we can stick to long term, because that is the name of the game. You ditch the diet and enjoy the journey. All right? Much love to you guys. Super happy to be back home doing live trainings again. I'll be back next week with another one for you. Comment below if this helped you. What was your big takeaway from today's training? And I'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys. See ya.